So in date and time functions, whenever you are dealing with contact center data sets, that is something we always deal with. Even, even when you are just analyzing any other data, always you will have a date. Even when you are reporting, you should be reporting for a certain period. That period is also can be a date or it can be also time as well. So knowing how to use the data and time functions is very crucial whenever you are analyzing any kind of data. So to us specifically, we are analyzing contact center data sets. So we've downloaded data from the system and we need now to manipulate it. We need to transform it. We need to clean it. So part of data transformation involves dealing with date and time functions. So for instance, when we have such kind of data, such kind of data like this, you see when I download it from the system, this is currently what I have in terms of date. And in terms of time, this is what we have. So when you are doing data cleaning or data transformation, you might want to add other fields as well. That means you want to add other columns for you to be able to extract more insights from your data. For instance, one such kind of field that you might want to extract from a date, you might want to extract the week. Because when you are doing agent performance for a week, you have to extract the week from the date. When you are also doing the performance for agents for a month, you might want to extract month from a date. Also, when you are maybe doing your conversions, maybe time here, let's assume this is a duration, for instance, but I know this is maybe the time the call was made. So if this is duration, you might want to change this to seconds. You might want to change this to only minutes alone. So that's what it's called data transformation. So it's not only cleaning that we do in data. So cleaning is part of the process, but also transforming that data is also part of that process again. So looking at this, for instance, let's say you want to transform this data and you want to add a field for, let's say, a month. So we have Excel functions that enable you to do that. So when you go to Excel, Excel under the formulas tab or formulas menu tab, you'll find that we have so many functions. And I think previously we covered text functions. Then now here is where we have date functions. And you can see we have so many date functions that you can use. So you can see we have date value, we have days, and then you can see we have date, month, hour, ISO week number. So these are just options that are available under the date and time functions. So their usage depends on what you want to achieve. So for instance, if maybe you want to extract hour, you can maybe say, I want to use the hour function. If you want maybe to extract the minute, you can say, no, I need to just extract the minute. If you want to the month, just specify that. So we shall just go one by one to cover the basics first, because I believe the basics is what builds the foundation of future problem solving. So let's say from dates, we want to extract month. So month, we extract using the text function. So we say is equals to text. So what does text do? So text, it converts a value to text in a specific number format. Let's say, for instance, we want to return this date in form of the year and month alone. So the syntax is this. First, the first part of the syntax is the value. So one thing about Excel dates and times, they are normally stored in form of values. So the first argument is always the value. So the value is that is B2. So what do you want the format to be? So we can custom now the format in that it returns the month and the year. So remember to put always put the quotation marks. So we want the month. You see those are how many M's? Those are 3, and here like that. So you see this is bringing November 2025. So this is how you've transformed this. So why would you want to transform this to this? So you want to know the performance of agent on a month-on-month basis, and you only have dates. You can convert it in this form. So when you autofill, everything gets autofilled downwards. So we've extracted month from a date. So, and normally, whenever you are doing this data transformation, if I'm just telling you the best practice, always when you download data from a system and you are adding other fields, it's better if you can do it at the end like this. So that when you download that data, immediately when you paste it here, it won't lose that structure. So let's put it here. Now this is month. You can just highlight it, for instance, in yellow, so that you know this is a calculated field. Sorry, I wanted to. So this is a calculated field, so that you know. So the next time you are dumping your data, you simply paste it here, and then come adjust your formula here or drag it down for it to capture the whole data set. Yeah, so we have various variation of this. So you can just decide you have the month in this format, or you can decide maybe now to, when I put 3 Ys, you see now that format, now the year is coming in full 4 digits, November 2025. Together up to that point?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how we do it in a very simple way. Another thing is I'm still under the text function. Maybe you want to know the performance of your agents on a week on week or per day of the week. You might want to extract the day of the week. So this is day of week. This column AC. So for you to be able to extract day of the week is simply change the variation of this. So is equals to text. Where is the value? The value is P2. But what do you want to get? We want to get the day of the week. So it can be caps or it can be lowercase as well. So we know this was on a Sunday. So we need to autofill for other rows as well. So we see now if we want to do analysis of performance per day of the week, this is possible. That's true, right? And then still here on text, when you maybe want full name of the day of the week, you simply put how many days? 4 of them. Yes. But if you want just in short form, just 3. I normally go with this. So you see now how you can play along with the text function to align with the format that you want. So sometimes this date even comes in form of a text. They are not dates. So if, for instance, you say is equals to text and then this value for date, when you get an error here, it means that the way this date here is stored, it's not in form of a date. It's either in form of a text or it is blank. Yeah, also take note of that. And if this is a text, you need to convert it into a date. Yeah, for instance, if this was a text, you might be having a date that is appearing like a text. So this is a text date. For you to be able to convert this, there's also another formula that we normally use, and it's the date value function that you can use to convert a text date into now a normal date. I think we shall see that when we reach there. But for now, let us just go with what we have now. So another thing that we might want to extract is the week. So for you to be able to extract the week, remember we have 52 weeks in a year. So whenever we want to extract week, so you simply type is equals to week. So you see this week number, it will give you, it returns the number of the week in that year. If it's week 1, week 2, week 3, 2025, that is what it returns. So when it say is equals to week number, and then A2, B2, I mean, where am I really? So it was supposed to be B2 is equals to week number, and then we take this B2. So this one, it returns the number of the week in that calendar year. So you can see the argument here is the serial number. So here it's B2. Then when you put this, a comma, you can see it now asks you, where does your week begin? Does your week begin on a Sunday or on a Monday? If your week is starting on a Sunday, you put 1. If it's starting on a Monday, you put 2. So let's assume that our week is running from Monday. So we'll put 2 and then we close the brackets. So remember here, what you are seeing like this, when you see it giving you something like this, don't worry, don't shake, because it's just the number format that hasn't picked. So you come here to home. You see this is capturing it as a date, but you have to convert it to a number. So you select number. So this implies that this is week 40, week 44 of 2025. So this is the 2nd of November is in week 44 of the year. So we can autofill this and see we have it has autofilled other rows as well, the weeks. So this is very important in that you might want to analyze maybe performance on a week on week basis. So remember, it has this function has 2 arguments. This is the serial number, and this is the what, where the week is starting. Is it starting on a Sunday or on a Monday? So if it's starting on a Sunday, you put 1. If it's on a Monday, it's 2. And that's how we fill the weeks. Up on the same page up to that point.
Yes, yes.
Oh, great. So having done that, you might be tempted to, maybe you want this one to appear like a real week, like not as a number. So you remember how we were using the ampersand symbol when we were dealing with text functions? Hope you still remember. So we can modify this. Yes, we are having this date function, but also again, we are combining it with a text function for it to return something like, let me just add an extra column here for it to return something like week 44. Then we want something like that. So you can't just come and say and start putting this manually. Week 44, then you go to the next cell, 45, 45, 46, and so on. So there's a way in which you can combine this with a text function for it to appear in this form. And how we can achieve that is by using the AND symbol. So let's just do that. So this, let us do it in cell AD. So we know we can use text functions like this text, and then instead of text, let me use the ampersand symbol, but let's begin first with the week number first. Is equals to week number. It is beginning on a Monday. This is what we are having. So let's introduce the ampersand symbol. So we introduce quotation, and then we type on week, we close double quotation, and then whenever you are combining things, we use the and symbol. I call it the ampersand symbol. Then remember, I hope you remember how we put a space. I hope you haven't forgotten. So it's quotes, press the space bar, and then another quotation, and then now combine now with this function for us to be able to achieve this. So we have week 44. Have you gotten that trick?
No.
Or should I do it once more?
Yes.
So we said it's week number. Week number is, that is the serial number starting on a Monday. First, I'll advise you start with this first, this section. So hope you remember when I told you Excel evaluates a formula from the right going to the left this way. So it starts to evaluate from the right and then going backwards to the left. So that's why I've started with week number, just for me to have an easy time. So it's week number. Now I know this will give me the week, but now I need to combine it with the prefix WK. So for me to do that, I'll now come here where my cursor is, double quotation, then I type my week, WK. Remember, it is double quotation, not a single quotation. And then, and space. Remember, if I just leave it at that, it will bring them when they are combined. So, and I need a small space there. So this will be and space. Space is also double quote and then a space bar in between, and then we are now combining it with part, this part here. And this is, and like that. So you have your weeks like this. So remember what I've just shown you. It's a logic that you might find yourself in a situation whereby you need to combine things. Remember, even when you have now a formula and it's working, and you want to add something to it, so you can make use of this ampersand symbol to combine them to look like one. Together up to that point.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, that's great. So, such problems exist. It's not only applicable to weeks. You might want to combine any other thing. And this is just the way it works. It's not only applicable to this alone. So, having done that, now you've known how to extract the week from, from a date. You've known how to extract the month as well. And also, you've known how to extract the day of the week. Now, I believe in your reporting. If you are reporting on a week on week, a monthly report, weekly report, daily report, you can be able to analyze that, or you can be able to derive it from the date. So after doing this, you can now decide maybe to insert a pivot table, then begin your analysis. So that being said, uh, let's take our analysis a step further. So this was still the week. Remember, when you are dealing with contact center data, this is the, you have the date and also you have the time. This let's take the presumption that this is the time this call was made. This is 8:15 a.m. So there are instances whereby uh, you might want only to extract the hour alone. You don't want this part. You don't want this part. See, you only need the hour alone. There are instances you might want only to extract the minute part. There are instances you might want to only extract this second part. So how can we be able to achieve that? So for us to be able to do that, we have functions in Excel that can be able to do that. So let's say we want to extract the hour. Extract the hour from that. So this is equals to, we say is equals to hour. This is hour. So you see hour is there. It's there when you simply start typing hour, simply pops up. So you simply select on it, then come here. Hour. Remember, the syntax is the hour, and then the first argument is the serial number. So whenever you're dealing with dates, only know the first argument is normally the serial number. So we come here to date and we selected B2. So it's the only argument alone, leave alone any other thing. So it's C2, sorry for that, because C2 is where we have the hour. You see, how many hours are those? But we shouldn't say the how many hours, but it is 8. Because isn't duration, this is the time the call was made. So we are simply extracting that hour part. It's not saying that this is 8 hours or 18 hours. No, we are extracting the hour part in this. Gotten it, right? Did I repeat or are you okay?
Repeat.
Okay. So this is it. We are taking, we want to extract the hour part. The hour part in this time is here. Remember, this is in the form of hours, minutes, and seconds. So extracting the hour part, we use the function hour. Like this. Gotten it? So like that. So this implies that we've done what? We've extracted the hour part. What do you think? What do you think we can do to extract the minute part? Is there any guesswork?
Equals to minutes.
Yeah, the right guess, yes. Is equals to minute like that. See, we've extracted the minute part. And that's it. What about the second?
Same way, equals to second.
Equals to second. So is equals to second. So reading this will be like, this is 8 hours, 15 minutes, and what? And 6 seconds. 18 hours, 7 minutes, and 19 seconds. That is just how to extract these components from time. From time. So there are instances where this is coming as we have a day and then a date, a date and also and time again. So whenever you are having such a scenario, like let's say this and this were combined. Let me see if I can combine them and see. Let me just see if it's working. So now these are scammers of value. But what I meant to achieve was, you see the way this is coming. So we have the date part and we have the time part. So maybe you're only interested in finding the login time alone. Let's say the way, for instance, CCS data normally comes. It normally comes when the date and time are combined. Have you ever encountered such a scenario? I think Olivia and Agnes, you should have encountered this, whereby from the CCS data, you have data and time combined.
Not yet.
Never encountered.
Mm.
Okay. So if never encountered, so if you have date and time combined, there's a formula that we use. You see, date and time, date and time. For instance, let's assume you are dealing with agent login times. So the login time is, let's say, 2nd November 2025. And then have you ever seen such thing, Olivia? No, I'm sure you've come across this such kind of a date. So I'll just do a randomization. Just do a randomization 0. I want to add 30 minutes to each.
I wanted to say yes, Fred, leo niko na issue ya internet yake and I split them using the split function. Data split. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, but we have another way. So is equals to this plus this, but let me twist it a bit. This argument of time. Yes, let me use this. So if you have such, if you have a data that is coming in this form, data time, let's say this is login time. So it is coming in form of a date and time. So we need to know how to deal with such. So the option that you're saying text to column or to split is this. So maybe I should have used the fixed width. This is what you are referring to, Olivia, right? Yeah, so you see, that's another way. That's another way of extracting time from this. However, we have also this other method. Let me simply undo this. So we have the time hour function. So we say is equals to time hour. So this one will extract the hour and then minute and then second. See, it's like the reverse of the other of what we did. So you see now here the login time. The login time is 8:20 a.m. So we are just interested in the login time, not the date part. So, and we autofill like that. So simply no, the syntax is this. We begin with the time and then hour, and then now this is the serial number, and then comma, minute, serial number, comma, second, serial number, and then close the bracket, and then hit enter, and you get this. So we have now the login times. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So remember, you can always use this hour, minute, and second to extract time from a data time data format. So we have some other instances whereby we want to extract the hourly intervals. You see, the way we normally do real-time monitoring, you might want to know maybe if now the calls are coming in, for instance, call coming in at 8 a.m., 8:30, 9, 9:30, like that. We might want to know that, like, how many calls came at a particular hour. Let's say the 8 a.m. interval. How many calls came in the 9 a.m. intervals? How many calls came in the 10 a.m. intervals? How many calls came in? So the same logic we've applied here, we can use this to find the hour interval. The hour interval. So, and the way we do that is we do it this way: time, and then hour. So instead now of putting minute, second, and the likes, we simply put comma and then another comma. So comma, it means it's ignoring the minute part and ignoring the second part, so that we only have the hour interval. Close the bracket. So that's it. Have you seen the logic, or have you understood the concept? Or should I do it one more time?
Oh, describe the two commas.
So just a moment, I get rid of this. So this is it. It's equals to time hour. Oops, what's that? Time hour. So our reference is this AK2, and then close the bracket. So remember, we are not extracting anything, but what we need is just to know the hour interval. So when we put this comma here, it ignores that minute part, and also the second part is being taken care of by the second comma. Only that. So remember these two commas here whenever you are converting to hourly intervals, like that. Hope it's clear now, Olivia.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, now you can do real-time monitoring and prepare hourly reports.
Yes, I will shadow you someday. What's
Huh?
this phase?
Yeah, I see. So that is how we normally extract the hour interval from time. So another thing to take note of, there might come some point. Let's now take the presumption that this is duration, not the login time or the call time as it is right now. I'm just using it to illustrate something. So there are times when you have things to do like things to do with AHT. I think it's the concept that you know. Things to do with answer, that's average speed of answer. Things to do with let's say logged in hours. Logged in hours. Yeah, so what I'm talking about is duration. So our agent talked with a customer for 4 minutes or 5 minutes or less than 4 minutes. So there are times when you need to convert that into seconds. That is, you want to change that into a number, right? In a nutshell, what we are saying is we are converting this duration to seconds. This is 8 hours, now 15 minutes and 6 seconds. So we are converting this, and the way we do it is, for instance, if we take that, we convert to seconds, assuming that is duration, We simply take it on the way it is. This is time. We multiply by 24. Hope you know the reasoning behind that. And then we multiply by 3600. So don't fret when this is like this and it's showing you these weights because this is formatted as time. You simply come to home, change that to a number. So those are like 29,706 seconds. I'm just showing you the workaround, just in case you want to work with a number and you are dealing with duration. If it's 4 minutes, that will be 240 seconds. So what do you think should be done when we only want to do this in minutes? Any attempt? Minutes. Remember this, you were multiplying by 3600. What about minutes?
60.
60 is right. So I'm just teaching you the workaround on this. So there are some instances, maybe you have durations in this format, and you need to convert them to the other format. And there are instances where you have this format, and you need to go backwards to this format. Now, what do you think should be done? What do you think should be done to go back?
So you have them in minutes, and now you want to go back to having them combined in hours, minutes, and seconds.
Yes.
Well, I think we can use the equals time, hour, minute, and second formula.
Remember, only that works.
Mhm.
Only that works if the data is in this form, or date time, like you see, or date time like this. Simply the reverse of this. If you multiply this, it's simply the
Divide.
division. Hesabu bana. Simply the division. So if we want to go back, we'll take this. We divide it by. Remember to put that bracket. It's very important. You see, you've seen that, eh?
Mhm.
We are going back. We are going back. But it is in this format because we haven't formatted it the way it should be. We want it to be in hours, minutes, and seconds.
Mhm.
So here it is. This is where we were, right?
Wow.
So this is how we play with the numbers here. So we've been here, we've come here, we've been here, we've gone here. So simply take note of this. 24 by 3600, if in case you are dealing with seconds, or that is 24 times 60 if you are dealing with minutes. So that's the conversion that you should apply. Sometimes some systems, when you pull data, it comes maybe in this form, and you want it to be appearing in this form. So that's the transformation that you have to do. Understood, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and that. So, but I think at this point you can be able, given a sample data set, you can be able to derive this, what I've just highlighted in yellow. That's something that you should be able to do. Right? Yeah. So that's it for today. So I intended to have a very short session, not to bug you with so many heavy formulas, but I believe this simple. When you combine with what we'll learn tomorrow, I think on Wednesday we'll be able to tackle more difficult problems. Yeah, so any comments before we close? I see it's 12 minutes past 9 p.m. So we'll begin with Olivia, then Agnes will close it. So we depart.
All right. Nothing much from my end. Just some of these things were just mind blowing. Extracting time, month, the year. Yeah. So this was the first time I was being introduced to all of these things today. So 100% what I've learned today was very, very, very new. So I think kazi ni kwangu now to go down to the practice bit part of it. But sasa we are limited, but yeah, at least we have the recordings. Yeah, at this point unafaa uache kunini kurecord.
So kind of shida. If you don't have a platform where you can practice it,
Yeah.
but I would recommend. Do you see that Excel online?
Yeah.
You can utilize it because some of these formulas are there. Unless leave the other complex formulas till the time you'll get a laptop or a desktop. But with the online version, you can do some of these things.
Okay.
That's what you have at the moment. It's not like a waste, but hautakuwa green sana. So
Yeah.
kitambo upate desktop au laptop, I think you won't be that green.
Sure. Yeah, so I think tukipata tu chance maybe ya kuwork na hizi figures na the formulas, that would be better. Unajua saa zingine unaweza ona mwalimu amefanya imeingia, wacha ubaki peke yako. baki hapo ukifumble. But sasa that's the one way of learning. Yeah, tutajaribu kuexplore hiyo alafu tuone what we will be getting and what we are not able to, and at least tukue challenged work with better machines in future. Hopefully January will be coming with more blessings. Hallelujah. Yeah.
Hope you will come again to Dear Hearts.
Sure, we are here to stay. Wewe tunataka tukutumie wewe, tumeona. Tunajua tu this is the basic the basics. Na Excel is wide, especially data cleaning itself. It's very wide. So haiishangi. Yeah. So the more unaongeza knowledge, the more unakuwa good.
Yes. You see, when you are given such kind of data, this is straightforward. It doesn't have a lot of work to do. But when you're given a data like the one that I showed you when you were starting the lesson, you can even spend the whole day and your manager is waiting for a report. Then your manager will be wondering, hey, who did I hire? Really incompetent people. So, and I don't want that to reach there. So
Yeah.
it's good to know some of these hacks. They really help a lot whenever you are playing with numbers or even with your data. It really helps, and once you grasp this, you'll be enjoying your work. Even me, I enjoy my work, by the way. If I tackle a complex problem, to me, that day I have achieved something.
That's where the joy is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I like difficult things.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes, if you feel like you are now hitting a plateau, I feel like I don't think I need to be here anymore. Because getting the challenges that you would want to.
Yeah, so I take every day as a day to learn something new. Hata kama I know something, but I know there's something that I don't know. Really strive to get at least a new concept, something that can just challenge me or increase my depth of knowledge in terms of improving my efficiency in my daily work, and as well as career development. You never know where tomorrow this can land you. Huwezi jua kesho. It's always good to always be prepared.
True.
So tomorrow, what we've covered, remember, even we haven't even covered, imagine we've just been dealing with text function.
Yeah.
Here is where we work. Just done this. We haven't used this. We haven't done this. I think time hour we've just used it. We've covered this hour, minute, second. And then have we covered year, month, day? I think it's still the same concept when we want dealing with text, but we can explore that as well tomorrow. So we haven't covered date value, time value, date itself. Now today, network base and dated if. So this will recover tomorrow, hopefully, and I hope we'll be able to close on that as well. So when we finish, so I think in text functions, there are some functions we didn't cover. as text before and text after. But this, I didn't touch on them because the Excel that I'm using doesn't have these functions. So these functions are in the newer Excel. That's the newer Excel version, are not available in the old Excel. So this is old Excel that I'm using. So, and for you to use old Excel, whenever we have these new functions, you really have to combine a lot of formulas for you to be able to achieve. But when you have this function, when you are using the newer version of Excel, things become much easier.
Which one
Because
are you using, Fred?
what?
Which one are you using?
This is 2016.
Oh, you are using 2016.
Yes.
The most current one, ni gani?
We have this Office 365.
Office 265. So when we are purchasing, I think we should go for that, Ama.
Yes. Sina kwa vitu zenye ziko na hizi old nini, because for me to upgrade right now ni either for upgrade the license or I buy a new nini, laptop or Windows. So it's either one of the two, of which I don't see. So for things that these services may, if I stick to 2016, I can do my work. This is so well hard. So, but the newer Excel version has these functions: text after, text before, text split. Now take an example of you remember the last class when we were dealing with, you want to extract agent names from an email, and we can't use len because different agents have different number of characters in their email. So using len, that can inconvenience us because we have to go for each and every individual to extract the user name. But when you have this function like text after or text before, we can just write a formula is equals to text before, and then we extract characters that are before and. And that is, we'll have achieved that goal of extracting the agent user name or the agent name from an email address. But otherwise, we can't be able to achieve that unless we combine multiple formulas. So we have to combine left, we have to combine text, we have to combine the len function in order for you to be able to achieve that. So hope on the same page. Yeah, so with that being said, we've come to the end of today's session. So let's meet tomorrow. And before I forget, let me end my session by stopping the recording. Nisijipate nimesahau kama ile wakati